Hello everybody and welcome back to Fable 2. I'm going to be doing some solo stuff. Unfortunately, I talked about in the last video about my awesome hero and how excited I was, and at the time of recording this episode, I've just gotten back over some computer failure I had and I lost about 8 or 9 episodes of Fable. So right now I'm on a alternate kind of practice backup file type of thing, and instead of showing off some stuff I was going to show off in my last file, I was going to show off some stats, which you can do by going to the Logbook part of your menu, and you can go to personality, and you can see things like your purity and your goodness, your renown, attractiveness stats, and your dog stats. I'm not going to do that on this file just because I haven't really been working on it, and I want to show off how I've worked on my main hero that you guys have been seeing, but that's basically what I was going to go over in the episode. And I was also going to be doing a quest, which I'm going to do in this episode instead. But, for a little bit of filler, I figured that I would show off what an evil character looks like. So, you can see here, this guy's looking a little sick. He's pretty pale. He's got some red eyes going on. He almost looks like a vampire, except right now he would be absolutely charred in the sunlight. If I turn around, you might be able to see it, but I've also got a lot of scarring. You can see on the back there. That's not a tattoo, that is just a ton of scarring. So my character is not in the best shape. It actually looks like he's got acne or like chicken pox or something. It's kind of comical, but anywho, if we want to take a closer look, I was actually going to put a shirt on him, but I figured I'd wait. So let's go into the clothing section, and you can see here, he almost looks blue, but when you're evil, your eyes turn red, your skin turns very, very, very pale. You'll eventually sprout horns, just like you did in the first Fable, so you definitely look the part when you're evil, and you definitely look the part when you're good as well, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put an assassin's coat on this guy. Kind of makes him look more evil. I don't really have a lot of clothing choice on this file, unfortunately, so it kind of looks a little bit off with the bandit trousers, but I don't really think anything else I own is much better, so anyways, we'll just ignore his poor fashion sense for now. And the one quest that I was going to look for is the Westcliff development side quest. I don't believe that we've done this yet. We're going to go and we're going to talk to Barnum in Westcliff, and he's going to want us to invest 5,000 gold in his new scheme. So Barnum, of course, is the lovely gentleman that we've been running into. He was the guy that took our photo when we were a kid, and we ran into him in Oakfield, actually, at the inn where he had bought the Rookridge Bridge, but then bandits had taken it over, and that's when we defeated Dash. So he's actually been appearing quite a bit in our lives so far, and as soon as you get to Westcliff, that quest will become available. So we're going to do that, but I figured I'd also show off some other benefits and things about being evil. You might have noticed my dog looks different as well. If you're evil, your dog kind of quote-unquote becomes evil. You can see that he's darker as well. My other dog is much, much lighter. He's got a really, really kind of light golden brown color, and this guy is a dark chocolate brown dog. Your dog's eyes change color as well, and things like that. So it's really kind of cool because it shows that not only your world changes, but the whole world around you changes. People see you differently. This may or may not work, but if you go to a trader and you look at their stock, you can see here that this guy hates me because I'm evil, so he's going to mark up the store. However, if somebody fears me, I'm going to be able to get a discount. It usually just depends on the personality of the person. This guy's probably... Let's look up some of his stuff here. So he's common, straight, aggressive, and fearless. So because he's a basically fearless asshole, he's not going to be afraid of me, and he's going to give me a lot of marked up prices in a store. But then there's going to be some other people that you talk to, and they're just going to be absolutely frightened of you, and they're going to give you a discount. I think the bartender is one of them, if I talk to him.
I'm sick of you. Don't
if it will show up.
Down, please.
Yeah, you can see here it's a little bit of a mix of both. He definitely hates me, but he's too much of a pansy to actually straight up tell me that he hates me. So he gives me a bit of a discount as well, so I don't burn down his shop, as he says, or kill him or his family or whatever. So there are benefits of being evil, but there's definitely some negative effects. It's a lot harder to get married, especially in the beginning of the game. Later on, it's not as difficult because you have access to people such as prostitutes who don't matter or who don't care what your kind of alignment is. They're just really only in it for the sex, obviously, because they're a prostitute. You can marry them pretty easily. There's also some people that are just really based on your renown as well. If I look at a property, I don't own this house, but if you own a house, you can look at things like town economy, owners killed, hero opinion, and things like that. All of those things will go down or go up. I guess it depends. Town economy would go down, owners killed would go up, and hero opinion would probably go down, which affects the price of the house. So sometimes it makes prices of houses inflate as well. It makes houses a lot more difficult to sell for more money, and it really makes it difficult to get a lot of rent off of houses. If you're a good and virtuous landlord, you have a good reputation around Albion, and people like you, you haven't killed any of the owners, the town is doing great, you're going to get a lot of money. But if you have a town, say for example, you gave the papers to Nicky, I think that's his name, or no, Arthur. Yeah, Arthur, and then he has a partner named Nicky the Nameless, I think. In Bowerstone, in the beginning of the game, you're going to have a town that's just absolutely riddled with poorness and poverty and things like that, and it'll be a little easier for you to buy houses in the first place, because they're already in rough shape. So that's really the only couple things right now that I can think of. I'm staying away from Bowerstone because I have an absolutely huge fine. I killed a bunch of people. You can see here that Bowerstone Market's economy is all the way down at 1, which is outrageous because Bowerstone Market has all of these merchants, all of these stores, but the problem is I went and I killed a lot of these people. I went and killed a lot of the stall vendors. I went and I killed a lot of people. So the economy has gone down because of people not wanting to move into town. You can see I have $34,000 in fines because of all the people that I've murdered. So, you know, murdering people and things like that is also going to affect a whole town. So I'll do some bonus stuff at the end of the game like I did in the first game of being evil and just not giving a shit and completely just screwing around. But for now, I'm just going to show off a little bit of a taste of it on this file. Now we're going to go ahead and we are going to go to Westcliff and we're going to talk to Barnum. Okay, so we were just here. Obviously we had just gotten to this location, we had just gotten to the arena, we were going to go to the Crucible, but we're going to do that in co-op, so I'm just saving that for now. Barnum is certainly an interesting fellow. You do have to give up quite a bit of money for this quest, so it's completely up to you, but I assure you it is totally worth it, regardless of if you're evil or not. I honestly would recommend everybody do this quest, so we're going to go talk to him.
By the illustrious gazoons, it's you again. Our fates do seem to be intertwined, don't they, my
I
good
do
friend?
love his vocabulary, all his made-up words.
I can think of no one better to become my new business partner. Oh, it's my most sagacious plan yet, inspired by my newfound faith in Toby. That's the temple of business and yodeling, of course. It's through Toby that the idea
I would
came
normally
to me.
skip dialogue,
Take
but
a
this
lad
guy's
who grew up
dialogue is
into its
just
very decorum
phenomenal.
and
He's so funny.
metamorphosed it into a friendly holiday park for all the family. One day, Westcliff will be a tourist entrapping amusement zone. I just need a small investment to get me started. I earnestly certificate you will get every crumb of it back, with behemothic interest, naturally. We'll be rich beyond the wild.
Alright, so I think that about sums it up.
The founder of the
If you want to do this quest, you have to give Barnum 5,000 of your gold.
Wondrous! I will notify you by letter when I've completed the project. You'll see some constipating changes, I swear by Toby. I shall begin my enterprise at once.
Alright, so this quest you have to do before you head off to the Spire to go find Garth. It can only be completed before that point, so be sure to do it before you go, or otherwise it won't be available. And it's a really, really big choice to make. If you don't do it, it will change the way that Albion looks, and if you do it, it will change the way Albion looks as well. So it's really quite interesting, and I don't want to give away any spoilers, but like I said, totally worth it, and I'm going to definitely be showing that off after we are done with the storyline stuff when we get to the Spire. So anyways, that was about all I really wanted to do. I don't really want to talk to Hammer. I'll just walk away from her so she doesn't over-talk me, I guess, or talk over me, rather. This is a bit of a short video just because my original plans got kind of ruined. I do have some other stuff planned, though. There's a lot of quests in our quest log right now that have to be completed before we go to the Spire, so I'm going to be doing those. And when I return, we're going to do some more solo stuff. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.